So, today, the Limbus Twitter account just dropped this new teaser. Now, I know most of you guys won't be able to tell what this ID is, but don't worry, I am very smart, and I am a huge expert in Limbus company, so I can help you dissect which sinner this is meant to be. What sinner is this? Well, one might think it's Don Quixote because of the glowing yellow eye. However, if you go into Photoshop and brighten it, you can see that this sinner has orange hair. Now, let's dial this back a bit. We had to find this piece of evidence by brightening the image. Which sinner does this bear most resemblance to? Milsalt. Looking at the text, we see that it says sleep, implying sexual attention. Who does Milsalt have sexual attention with in Limbus company? Dante. Dante's head appears to be shaped like a cock. This is obvious since Dante's a dickhead. But if we look at Dante's genitalia, we see a compass. In the image, we see a sun that looks like a compass for an icon. Now, seeing as the sinner has orange hair, it's safe to say that this is in reference to Moby Dick. Moby Dick is an obscure book about hunting down Team Cherry, so it's understandable if you never read it. Now, who's the main character in Moby Dick? Ahab. So it's safe to say the sinner in this picture is Ahab. But, for racial localization purposes, let's call her Ishmael. Now we figured out who the sinner is, let's figure out who the hell this ID is meant to be based off of. Let's start by figuring out which canto this ID is for. If we look at the background, there's this weird purple thing. If we remember Canto 6, there were a lot of weird purple things. However, there's also some yellow text that says seasonal around the image. Canto 7 is yellow, I think. And I'm pretty sure it also had to do with seasonal and cooking. I can't remember though, I fell asleep during Canto 7 because of that blue thing. Because there's an overlap between it being either Canto 6 or 7, we can add these two numbers to figure out what the ID is. As we all know, 6 plus 7 is 8, so there's reason to believe this is from Canto 8. Now that we know it's from Canto 8, let's look at our colorful cast of characters. I don't see any wrinkles here, so it can be Jiamu, Honglu's grandma. And I'm noticing a lack of tongue, so it can't be Xue Pan. I'm also noticing a lack of breast, so it can't be Xue Baochai either. She doesn't look like a solo leveling character, a good rupture unit, or the guy from Overwatch. So who could she be? One might consider it to be Lady Wong, Honglu's mother. However, I need to check on my sources for that one. Hello, Walter.
Hi.
So, I'm trying to figure out if an image is related to this character from a game, and
Yeah.
I think since you're like the residential MILF detector, I think you're like the perfect guy to ask for this. I'm gonna send you something.
Okay. Yeah.
Does this... Okay, you see the thing I sent you?
Yeah.
Does that look like a mother who would be in her 40s or 50s?
My MILF detector isn't hard right now, so I don't think so.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
So, in the end, who could this be? Well, even though I said this would be a Canto 8 character, it might actually be a Canto 7 character. Jia Zichun is a notable main character of Canto 7. She even fought the Part 2 boss. The outfit looks slightly similar to Ishmael here, as well as the hair buns, but... Wait. Hold on, I think I got it. It actually makes so much sense now. There's the red outfit, the mention of darkness, and the earlier mention of the thumb this canto. This ID is obviously meant to be fucking Ryoshu. She's definitely been a pinpoint of interest as of recently. And hell, look at the outfit she wore in Canto 7, the resemblance is uncanny. In conclusion, this is meant to be an Ishmael ID for Ryoshu. There, case closed. I'm not doing this again! Ryoshu. Am I meant to fucking roll my R's or something? I can't roll my R's. Ryoshu. How does... wait.
수 없는 일이지. 어때? 사람을 단축하니 몸이 좋아지지 않았나? 요슈, 요료슈쿠.
Ryoshu.